What is your mission in life? Thank you for joining me today live on Facebook and YouTube, where I'm broadcasting this. And this is my daily live at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you're joining me live, give me a hashtag live down below. If you're watching this on replay, give me a hashtag replay. Today, I am talking about, obviously, mission and purpose. This is something that, my company's named the Purpose Driven Co., right? Like that's what we talk about. That's the foundation of our productivity. That's the foundation of everything that we do in life. And when I say we, I mean all of us. Okay, I've already done a video about purpose and why it's important, but I want to talk about mission, and especially a mission in your business, mission in your life. Do you know what your mission is? Do you know your mission or your purpose? Do you have a mission or purpose? Or are you just living day to day? That's one of the biggest problems I see in today's world is people just living day to day. There's a phrase, paycheck to paycheck, right? Well, there's living day to day. It's just existing. And that's one of the things that, my sign back there says, stop existing, start living. If you really want to live, you need to have a mission. You need to have a purpose, right? Guys don't get in fighter jets. The Air Force doesn't send guys up in fighter jets to fly over enemy territory just to browse. There's a mission. There's a purpose. They're either it's recon. They're getting information, or they're setting on a mission to go and destroy a target, or to offer air support to certain troops. Something, right? Like there's a point. They don't just say, "Hey, take this $1 billion machine and $1 billion worth of gas and just fly or just joyride just because you want to." Right? Even training, there's a point to it. It's training. It's learning. So we need to have missions in our lives. When I couldn't work, when I was told that I'd never work again, and I shared this story about how the disability court basically made me feel worthless. Like there was no point in living other than to collect a very measly, paltry check to offset some of the financial stress and burdens that we were under. But I just drifted. I literally just existed, and my health got worse. My life got worse. My marriage got worse. My relationship with my children got worse. Everything got worse because I was I was living dead. I was a zombie. I was alive, but I was dead. I was dead inside. I was dead in my acts. I just drifted. When I had a purpose, the clearer my purpose, the harder I've worked, and yet the easier things have been as I continue to refine and clarify my purpose. Now, by the way, stick around because I'm going to show you how to create a very quick yet powerful mission statement in just a minute. This is stuff people have paid me thousands of dollars for. So please stick around and watch, and we'll get to this. But I want you to understand that the idea of having a purpose is something that when I have a mission or a purpose to work towards, a clear vision, to use another word, I work harder. But as I work harder, things become easier. Life becomes easier. Making money becomes easier. Being a good husband becomes easier. Being a good father becomes easier. All of these things become easier because I have a vision. And because of that vision, I'm being drawn towards it. So not only am I working towards it, but I'm being drawn. So it's like half the effort is I'm not even having to put in as much effort because I'm being pulled towards it. If that makes sense. Hopefully. Let me know if that makes sense down in the comments below. Again, I'm not going to look at your comments because if I do, I'm going to get distracted, and we got to stay on point. I have a mission to talk to you about a mission. That's what we're going to do today. So, like I said, and throughout my life, when I was younger, 20 years ago, after I served a religious mission and served teaching people about Jesus Christ, I wanted to become a religious teacher. I wanted to teach at seminary, and I was going to school for that. And then I got divorced, and my whole purpose, my whole reason for being, which was to graduate and to teach religion for the rest of my life, basically went out the door because the people where I was going to school said, "Listen, look, we love you. You're a great student. You understand things very quickly, and you're doing fantastic. However, this is a very competitive position." In other words, they hired like 3 people a year out of about 3,000 applicants. They said, "This is highly competitive. And if it came down between you and one other person, and all things being equal between you and them, except that they'd never been divorced and you had, they would get the job." Now, first of all, before you get angry, I appreciated their candor. I really did. Number two, I, at that time and today, still understand why. I was going to be teaching and they wanted a good example. Now, since then, things have changed with my church that religious teachers can be divorced. And, so things have changed, recognizing that, so many people and good people in the world have been divorced. But they wanted an example to the kids rather than, hey, look, I got divorced and then got happily married. They wanted, I've always been happily married. And I understand that. And I understood it then. And I also appreciated their candor, as I said before, so that I didn't continue in a program with hopes of getting a job to then be dashed after going into student loan debt. So the idea was I had a purpose. I lost my purpose. I drifted for a while. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wound up selling cell phones. That's not what I wanted to do. That wasn't my purpose in life. I found law enforcement and I excelled. I graduated the academy with the academic award at the top of my class. I was, I had become more physically fit than I'd ever been in my entire life. I received the shooting award. Life was good. And then I got remarried. So I graduated the academy. I got remarried the weekend after to my beautiful bride, Mindy, who is the mother of my 5 beautiful daughters, and has been a mother to my son from my previous marriage, my amazing son, since he was just a little boy, so since I think they met when he was about 18 months old. So the point is that life was looking good and I had a purpose again. I wanted to be the best law. I wanted to eventually become a captain, maybe even run for sheriff somewhere and become a sheriff. Unfortunately, 4 years into my career, I was told that I would never work again. And I've told that story before, so I won't go over it again. And I lost my purpose and I drifted. And then I was told that I not only would I never work again, but that basically there was no job available for me, that I was completely useless other than to collect disability. And I lost even more of my purpose. As I told the story before in a previous video a few days ago, my mindset changed, my soundtrack changed my mind, I changed my story, I changed my life. I've built business. I've done a lot of things. I've improved my health. I've had an incredible, amazing life, and I'm continuing to have an incredible and amazing life with both ups and downs, not just all ups. We're still, I've gone through 3 different businesses before finally finding this one where I've truly found my calling. But each time I had a purpose, and each time it moved me closer to my real purpose. All my experiences in religious training, my experience in law enforcement, my experience in helping somebody build a 6-figure business, my experience in running a financial services business, my experience in running a coaching business now, all has led me here and to give you this bit of wisdom to create a mission statement. And what I've recognized is that it is mission and purpose that gives meaning to life and that moves us forward and makes life easier, even makes our suffering easier and gives meaning to our suffering. My mission and purpose has given meaning to the loss of job opportunities, the loss of health, and the loss of loved ones. And because of that, I help others. Now, let's get to the good stuff here. We're what, 10 minutes in? Golly, I didn't imagine I'd talk that long. I'm sorry about that. But let's build you a mission statement. So there's 3 key components that you need for a mission statement. Is to create a quick mission statement, the first thing you need to identify, and I'm not talking about, for those of you that build businesses and that you follow, to your niche statement or your DOT or, any of those things. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a mission statement. This is what clarifies and keeps you from going off the shiny object syndrome paths, right? This is what keeps you focused, and you can do this for your life. We do this for our family. We've done this for our as individuals. We've done this for our family. We've done this for schools. I've done this for banking institutions, religious organizations. As I'm the Sunday school president for my church, and I created a mission statement for our Sunday school and our Sunday school teachers so that we are all on the same page. So this formula can be used for a lot of things. Here's the first step. Identify who you are and or what you do. Okay, who you are and or what you do. Now, I'll give you an example in a minute to clarify all that, okay? So number 1, who you are and or what you do. Number 2, step number 2 that you need in there is what outcome or result do you provide? What outcome or result do you provide, or do you want, or do you give? Okay. Number 3, and this is probably the most important part that most mission statements miss, is why should anybody care? Let me rephrase that in a different way. Not just why should anybody care? What injustice are you fighting against? That's what makes a mission, right? There's an injustice. I don't know how many of you saw The Sound of Freedom about Tim Ballard and his mission. He's fighting an injustice, a crime against children, a crime against humanity, a crime against God. He's got a mission. Okay, what is your injustice that you fight? Or what is the wrong you're righting? Or why is it important? We need to have that in our lives. We need to figure out, why do I do what I do? What is the thing that what is the mark I'm going to leave on this? Why would anybody care about my mission? So the Purpose Driven Co.'s mission statement, to give you an example, we start out with, we answer the question, who are we? What do we do? The Purpose Driven Co., that's who we are, is a productivity, goal achievement, and leadership development firm. That's who we are and what we do. Okay, we teach productivity, goal achievement, and leadership development. Now, yeah, we're going to help you build a business and all of those things, but we're going to do it in that context, okay? If you want to build a business by being more productive and learning those and integrating those methods, if you want to learn how to achieve your goals, again, building a business is a goal and you want to achieve your goals. If you want to learn how to be a better leader and build your business by being a leader, those are the things we're going to do, okay? The Purpose Driven Co. is a productivity, goal achievement, and leadership development firm. That's who we are and what we do. What is the result we give? That specializes in helping business leaders and entrepreneurs succeed in business while winning at home. That's the result we give. If you're a business leader or an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, a CEO, a CFO, a C-suite team, whatever, we are going to help you succeed in business while winning at home. What does that mean? Well, that could mean a lot of different things. To the solopreneur, that could be making 5 figures a month, making 10,000 or 50,000 a month while working less than 30 hours a week so they can spend time with their kids and their family. For a CEO, that might mean opening their company into new regions of the world while working less than 40 hours a week so that they have freedom of time to be with their family and loved ones. Right? Everybody has a different, but it's an outcome. It's a tangible outcome. You can think of that and go, in my mind, I have a vision, right? It may be a different vision for every mind out there, but every mind can have a vision of succeeding in business while winning at home. Now, if you don't care about home, if you don't, if you're like, I don't care about the people at home, or I have nobody at home, I'm a single person, we may not be the company for you. That's why our mission statement's important, not only to us, but to you, to the people looking into us. It keeps us from going after those people just to make a buck, to say, oh, come on, let me work with you. I can help you, when they don't care. They just want to succeed in business. They don't care about the winning at home part. And on the flip side, it keeps them from hiring me and then getting a bad result because our outcomes aren't aligned, by saying, oh, well, this guy, he wants to work with people that have family and people that they care about. I don't got anybody I care about. My business is my baby. And that's fine. I'm not judging, right? Like I'm saying, I don't work with those people because they have a different priority and they're totally fine to have that priority. I just don't want us butting heads and them giving me money just for us to argue because we have a different vision of what the outcome should be. So there's the outcome. Now here's the why. Why should anybody care? What injustice do we fight? Because no business leader or entrepreneur should ever have to choose between the growth of their business or spending time with the people they love. That's the injustice. No entrepreneur, no business leader should ever have to choose between the growth of their business, between succeeding or spending time with the ones they love. Right? That's when you know you've got a good why. The way I just said it, like I picture myself shouting that from a pulpit, right? That if I can shout it from a pulpit and people can say that sounds like a compelling, whatever he's shouting is compelling, then you know you got a good why. If you can't imagine yourself shouting it from a pulpit, it's probably a weak why. So those are the three components. Now, for example, as the Sunday school president, I said, we as Sunday school teachers, That's who we are, right? Who we are, and it defines what we do, right? So this is for my organization of Sunday school teachers. As Sunday school teachers, it is our job to prepare the members in our community to create sanctuaries of faith in their home. That's the outcome, to create a sanctuary of faith in the communities, in the people in the community, in their home. Okay, can you imagine that? What does that mean to you? Well, to each person, it might mean something different, but it's still tangible. Why? What is the reason why? Why? Well, our why is because of the youth. Our why is because the rising generation is the finest that this world has ever seen. And the Lord wants us to prepare them as a powerful people. Now, I can say that from a pulpit. That is something I can scream. That is a why. Because the youth are the finest youth that this world has ever seen. And they deserve parents. They deserve people who are going to prepare them to be a powerful people for the Lord. Okay, so there's a couple of examples. Now, you can do this with your family. What is the mission that your family is on? What are you personally on a mission for? What outcome do you want to provide? What, at the end of the world, do you want people to, sorry, my alarm going off, telling me I need to wrap it up here because I've been going on for a while. Anyhow, that's really it. So number one, who are you and what do you do? And or what do you do? If you can say it all in one sentence, one statement, great. If you need to separate it like I do with my Purpose Driven Co., that's great. Sunday school teachers sums up who we are and what we do in 2 words. The second step is, what is the outcome you're going to provide? What is the thing you're going to do to change the world? Or what is the outcome you're going to give your client? What is the outcome your business is going to give them? What is the outcome you want your family to have, or your friends, or whatever it is that you're writing this mission statement about? And third, why? Why is it important? What is the injustice? You know, with our Sunday school one, the injustice is if we don't do our job, homes will not become sanctuaries of faith to prepare youth to face the challenges with power and authority in the name of the Lord in today's society. That's the injustice. And we just say it by saying, because the rising generation is the most see, now my mind's gone blank. My alarm went off. It threw me off. Anyways, you know what I'm getting at. Guys, leave me a hashtag live if you join me live, hashtag replay if you're joining me on replay. Like and share and comment on this video. I promise I'll get back to all your comments. And let me know if you guys are writing a mission statement and you'd like me to look at it, please send it to me in the DMs, leave it in the comments, something. I would love to help you workshop a mission statement for your life, for your business, for your family, for your organization, whatever it is you're doing. Thanks for stopping by today. As I said, I've talked far too long, and I will see you guys later. Have a great one.